Hello everyone, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today. It's a very, very special day because we are honoring a very dear friend of the museum's, and he's also my NJEA union brother, and I love him dearly, and his name is Mike Mulkeen. Mike made a very, very generous contribution to the museum a couple of weeks ago, and in addition to that, throughout the course of the years of my tenure here, 31 years, he has contributed. Oh, sure. Mike has contributed so many artifacts and union memorabilia to the museum. If you go into our collection room, I would say at least 40% of the artifacts that we have are from Mike Mulkeen. He is a totally dedicated union man, and we are so, so lucky to have him in our lives. And he's online with us today. Hi Mike, hi Sharon, with his wife Sharon, and they're online from Alabama. So we welcome you and love you both. But I'd like, before we do the unveiling and have our little ceremony today, I'd like to invite a dear friend of Mike's up to say a few words. Also, a brother of mine from the NJEA, also a devoted member of the American Labor Museum, and a dear friend. I'd like you all to meet a very close friend of Mike Mulkeen's, Jack Spear.
Thank you. Thank you. Mike, Sharon, how are you out there? Nice to be here today without any rain. I want to say that this poster, We Can Do It, is apropos when it comes to Mike Mulkeen. There is no doubt about that. It's an honor to be invited to speak about Mike. Once again, hello Mike. Alabama, well, somebody's got to live there. It's a non-union state, but that's okay, Mike. When it becomes union, I know it will be you who has led them there, not the Alabama football team. But Mike was more than a collector of labor artifacts. Michael Mulkeen was a supporter of unions, a member of unions, an activist in unions who negotiated contracts, filed grievances, arbitrations, and helped out in strikes. Mike's attributes are rare among human beings. Patient, insightful, determined, and self-effacing. Very self-effacing was Michael Mulkeen, and he still is. Mike and I met one another about 40 years ago or more. Mike, remember Irvington? No, you don't want to remember it, but I remember Irvington. And we had, as a negotiating team for the teachers all the way through to the cafeteria members and the secretaries and everybody in, right behind us, sitting behind us, were about 24, 27 people. That tells you that they trusted one another, right? Yeah, sure. And way over on the other side was one man representing the board attorney. And this is how negotiations went. Board attorney would say, we'll start with the teachers, but it doesn't matter. Negotiations with the Irvington Teachers Association begins 12:47. He'd go over to us. I'd walk up, I'd put the proposals on the desk. Teachers Association has presented its proposals. The Board of Education has nothing to say. Anything else? No. Negotiations end at 12:48. So 1 minute later we were done, and then we would go through 6 or 7 others and like that, and Mike and I would go out and we'd go to dinner somewhere. Why not? What the hell is going on here, Mike, with these people? Now, if you thought that was funny, go to Frieden, a little place. I think, Mike, I got the right town, I think, right? For years, I mean years, negotiations, no settlement. In fact, Mike, I've forgotten all the issues. I don't know what the heck it was all about. I would take people out there and help them picket line out in front of the school. Years and years, it tested your patience, Mike. But he survived. he survived. On record, maybe the longest ever. Except for, what was that place up in the north, famous book? Oh, Kendall, what was it? Negotiations went on for 25 years. Anyway, that's a side.
25 years.
But there was also Glen Ridge custodians. Michael goes in, makes some proposals. I think the superintendent, she was sitting there negotiating with the custodians. Well, what do you want? This side of the blue mic says, 12.5%. Good, you've got it. 15 minutes later, he walks out.
Wow.
How did that happen? I mean,
Nice.
15 minutes. I mean, he's got the longest and the shortest negotiations on record. Michael was also a firm believer in members and their rights. And one time, he filed a grievance on behalf of a member whose association, its union, would not fight for her. All by himself. Ran into a little flack at that. But he did it, and he won the arbitration on her behalf. That was Michael Mulkeen. Now, arbitrations were a real specialty of his. Now, you might not know it, but when he was in New Jersey as a consultant, he went to Wisconsin as a full-time negotiator for the association up there. And at the interview, Mike, what have you done? Yes. Well, have you ever done arbitrations? Oh, sure. He bends down, he picks out the arbitration. Here's my latest. Wow. Hired him. What they didn't know was not only his latest, it was his first and only arbitration he'd ever done, and he had just done it in New Jersey, got on a plane and went up there. I saw Mike firsthand with his determination and patience work for my own local. Now we're going way back, 1990 I think it was. We were on strike. We had been sentenced to jail. We were negotiating in an attempt to end the war. There were people on the board side who wanted to destroy us and had given us a low-ball settlement. 5% today, everybody would, yes, I'll take it, but not back then. Everybody else was getting 8, 9, 10%. So we went on strike. We are trying to end it. We can't find a way. In comes the consultant that it's time to go. Mike's talking. I say, keep talking. Now, when you say to Mike Mulkeen, keep talking, you don't have to, urge him to do it. He keeps talking. He came up with a solution. Now, the members do not know that Mike was critical in ending that strike. And that association was a group of about 700 people who put their egos aside, all for the benefit of each other. And Mike came up with an all-inclusive clause, but he changed some words. It made no sense to me, but the consultant said, oh, well, go try it. We had some allies on the board side, they went for it, and we got a settlement of 8% each over 3 years. And that is a tribute to Michael Mulkeen's insistence and insight. If you keep talking, you're going to find a way out of this. And we did. Well, that's Mike. And I want to say that Michael was always a fan of the Three Musketeers, and he was also saying all to us all the time, all for one,
One for
and
all.
one for all.
Thank you so much, Jack. And now the moment that we've been waiting for, the unveiling of the plaque in honor of Mike Mulkeen. And our Board of Trustees President, Michael Goodwin, is here to read the plaque on the unveil. You want to take one side and I'll take the other?
Aw.
There we go. Okay. Well,
So
first,
this room is going to be called?
yes, the Michael Mulkeen Room. And I just want to thank Jack and for a wonderful narrative there. And Mike, for your generosity. It's just unbelievable. We're overwhelmed here at the museum, your generosity. And this plaque says, this exhibit space is named in honor of Michael Mike Mulkeen, one of the most prolific donors to the American Labor Museum's collection. A devoted husband and loving wife of Sharon, dedicated New Jersey Education Association UNICEF field representative, and passionate collector of union memorabilia. Brother Mulkeen displayed symbols of the labor movement, an exhibit which opened at the museum on Labor Day 1999, presented today, September 2023.
Congratulations, Mike, and Jack and Tony Spear brought this wonderful picture from your exhibit in 1999, and we're going to frame it and we're going to have it on the wall as well. So congratulations, and once again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And the exhibit, Symbols of the Labor Movement, will be recreated and exhibited in Patterson when they open up their new building that's currently under construction. Thank you again, Mike, and I hope you'd like to say a few words because we would love to hear from you.
You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Well, I want to thank Jack's comments. I think he exaggerates a little bit. I'm not that good.
See? Makes my point, Mike.
It's not hard. I give myself credit for trying hard. I'm really proud that you guys recognize me and dedicate the Mulkeen Room is quite an honor. Hopefully, it serves as a incentive for all the people that are listening. They too can contribute. You know, $1 or a dime, whatever it is. You don't have to be a big shot or a well-known name. You know, any dollars to the Bottle House is a real plus. So I hope people listening out there will think in terms of continuing the mission that you guys do so well. And I wish you well and all the prosperity that the museum can generate.
Thank you very, very much, Mike and